Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, that was much better. It's nice to be here. It's great to see everyone's faces. I too want to offer a whole bunch of thanks and gratitude to the board chair, John Verbannick. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for the effort in helping get Chancellor Gable here. And Chancellor Gable, thank you for your vision. Thoroughly enjoyed our conversations thus far, and I so look forward to working with you, or so much look forward to working with you. To the advisory committee, clearly the advisory committee cares deeply about the University of Pittsburgh. They care deeply about the athletics department and only want to see it continue to flourish. So appreciate your commitment and your support. And to Heather, who spent 7 years here with her passion and energy, clearly has done a remarkable job here, and she's a colleague and friend of mine, and I want to make sure I acknowledge her. I also have colleagues, and this has been a crazy industry, and have been around in several different places, and have, as the Chancellor mentioned, have been at Ole Miss, and I want to thank that leadership team there. I also want to thank the leadership team at the University of Tennessee. Not sure if some of you noticed, but they came traipsing in, and are sitting here in the front row. But Chancellor Donnie Plowman saw vision in Danny White. Danny has helped create one of the best athletics departments, if not the best athletics department in the country. And here brought some colleagues with him who I also consider my friends. And I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to make the trip up. My mother and father came all the way from the West Coast. So my mother made her way from Seattle, Washington, and my father made his way from Tucson, Arizona. So thank you for getting up at the crack of dawn yesterday and making your way out to Pittsburgh. And I think we'll get a glass of wine tonight. And to my beloved family, I was not getting emotional. I'm not going to. I can't help it. My wife is always one who has been supportive of me, and I really appreciate you, sweetheart. And my kids, Ryan, Sandy, and Seneca, have continued to be exemplary in the way that they handle themselves throughout the life. So my wife has done a great job of raising our kids. This is definitely a lifestyle. This is not a job. This is something that we are passionate about. This is something we care about. And this is something that we have dedicated our lives to, and that is shaping the lives of young people. So why Pitt? I got that question asked a lot of me recently, of why Pitt? And I think there are so many different reasons why Pitt makes perfect sense. I had a chance to talk to our coaches, our head coaches earlier today before the press conference, and they are why Pitt. I had a chance to talk to some of our donors who support this university, support this athletics department. They are why Pitt. I had a chance to learn about the industrial history of this wonderful city, about the progressive nature, not just now, but 100 years ago, when you think about steel, you think about how to shape our country and shape our world. Why Pitt? That is why, when you think about education, when you think about healthcare, when you think about innovation and technology, that is why Pitt. I think about this humble community, I think about this down-to-earth community, I think about how genuine people are. That is why Pitt. Incredibly unpretentious, incredibly proud. That is why Pitt. The importance of education, the importance of athletics, finding a way to do both of those in a very excellent way. This being an AAU institution, that is why Pitt. And maybe most importantly for me, at this stage of my career, is leadership. Wanting to make sure that I have a leader and a colleague and the chancellor and in the board of trustees who we can make sure that we are aligned to do whatever we can that is in the best interest of the University of Pittsburgh. Athletics simply sits under the umbrella of the entire university. And our job is to make sure that we elevate the brand, make sure that people, as I told our coaches today, respect Pitt the way that we deserve to be respected, that we market Pitt and the brand deserves to be at the upper echelon of higher education in this country. Those are the reasons why Pitt is it. Our guiding principles, there's three main ones. Athletic excellence, academic success, and social preparedness. Those are maybe the overarching principles of what we do. We want to make sure that our kids achieve in the classroom, achieve on the field of courts of play, and perhaps the most importantly, achieve in life. At the end of the day, we are educators. While they may have a coach title, or I have an athletic director title, and there may be other titles sprinkled throughout, we are all here to educate young people and to prepare them for the rigors of tomorrow. Our core values are going to start with our student athletes, and they're going to end with championships. It's important that we pour ourselves into our 500 plus student athletes, and that we provide them every resource we possibly can, and commit ourselves to them. In some cases, committing ourselves to them more than we commit ourselves to our own families, to make sure that they are successful. That is going to be the very first tenet of our core values. Secondly, is do so with integrity. Integrity is when you do the right thing when no one is watching. Do you pick up a piece of trash when no one is watching? Do you hold the door open when no one is watching? Do you do the right thing, no matter how inconvenient it is for you? We want to make sure that everything we do every day is full of integrity. We know that people are important, whether you're in college athletics or whether you're running a Fortune 500 company. You cannot have success without having the right people, without having a tremendous culture. And as I look and see people from the athletics department who are here today, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help make you better and better and better each and every day. That is my commitment to you. And I want that to be your commitment to everyone else who's working in this athletics department and who is working at this university. We want to do so in a very innovative way. As I mentioned to our coaches this morning, we want to take calculated risks. Now is not a time to sit back and put our feet up on the table and see what's happening in the world. We don't want to react. We want to be proactive. We want to find a way to best position ourselves. Those calculated risks are exactly that. We may not be perfect. We may make mistakes. We may make a poor decision, but we're going to make decisions. We're going to execute them in an appropriate manner. I once read a line from a CEO. And they said, don't worry about making the right decision, worry about making the decision right. We are going to commit ourselves to making not just right decisions, but also making our decisions right. We want to make sure we have an inclusive environment, one where someone can be their whole selves. I told the chancellor when she asked why Pitt, one of the things I led with was, it says right there, when you Google search University of Pittsburgh, it talks about the diverse and inclusive environment where people can bring their full selves to our campus and our community. You can't be fully successful unless you are comfortable in your own skin and can bring your full self to work each and every day. And lastly, I hate losing more than I like winning. I'm gonna say it again because it's important. I hate losing more than I like winning. We want to be successful. We commit ourselves to being successful. We want to win championships, both conference and national. And for those people who say it's not possible, go cheer for a different story. It is possible at Pitt, and we want to work hard every day to prove it. I look forward to working with our coaches and our student athletes, to our staff and our community, to develop a vision and a strategy that's going to help us achieve these things and do so in a way that's going to make the Pitt community proud. You know, it's interesting as we've talked about the changing landscape of college athletics. It's hard to understand where the heck we're going. We don't know. And as I said before, what may be true on a Monday is not true on a Friday. So it's our responsibility to look around the corner sooner and further than others. And it's also our responsibility to act. And I look forward to doing all those things with the Pitt community. A wise man once said, Pittsburgh entered the core of my heart when I was a boy and cannot be torn out. Those are the words of Andrew Carnegie. I certainly hope that during our time here, my family's time here in Oakland and the community of Pittsburgh, that you have a hell of a hard time ripping Pittsburgh out of our hearts. Thank you, and hail to Pitt.